Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. I am Razim and this is Ebon Sales Exalted. I'm gonna turn it over now to Moriarty for the recap. Or, Cyril.
So, last time, we were in heaven, and I honestly forget how we got to where we got to.
Heavenly Gate was opened.
Okay, we went through Heavenly Gate, going through it. Was this guy the first guy that we were trying to deal with for that guy who asked us for a favor?
They work for him.
Okay, so this is one of his underlings.
Yes, the one that you dealt with, and then got killed and murdered.
We killed him?
He was murdered, remember, by the Abyssal, who is now being chased by Murder, Guaco, and Nevis.
I do not recall that now.
The coffin's in the air, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
So wait, the guy who asked us to do this got murdered?
No. Okay, so let me step in. You guys ended with, or you guys started with, dealing with the army that was invading this small island after you were summoned by Nevis' second in command. And you guys proceeded to sneak in, gather information before you launched your attack. Captain, our assassin, and Cyril were able to evacuate people, while Murder, Guaco, and Nevis went in and dealt with both the army and the leader of the army, who was a lunar who served the Mahasuchi. You guys were able to best both him in single combat and get the army to surrender and stand down, thanks to Nevis. And after that, as you were escorting the prisoners back towards the city, or a little village, sorry, it's not nearly big enough to be called a city. Karama, you are going to want to jump into the fantasy ground.
Yep, I'm just trying to get it up right now. There's a little bit of trouble.
No worries, I just wanted to let you know. Karama's character, because I don't have the name and I'm horrible with names, set fire to the entire camp and burned it to the ground. But when you guys got back to the village, you began to hear what sounded like almost happy, cheery, fun music, like something you would hear out of a carnival. And that is when basically the equivalent of hundreds of Iron Maidens all opened up and just came out of the ground or from the sky and closed around basically every soldier that was in the army that surrendered and murdered them. And then you met an Abyssal who basically said that he was here to deal with the traitors, and then proceeded to try to flee with you guys following. He tried to lose you, and you guys would not allow that to happen, and were able to keep up with him thanks to your eyes in the sky and a murder of burbs. And you were able to pin him down in a large open glade within the jungle. And that is when he has turned, and basically that was where we ended at last week. Is that a good recap?
Yep.
I would certainly say so.
And so we come to now. This abyssal has turned and faced you. Quick question. Captain, Sark, and Cyril, did you guys attempt at all to try to follow Guaco, Murder, and Nevis when they went after this guy?
Sark didn't think they would catch him, so he didn't bother.
Captain, he stayed behind to protect the kids.
Okay.
He saw what the coffins did.
And Cyril, what did you do?
He would have followed.
Okay. So Sark and Captain, you guys are going to stay behind and take care of everything in town and make sure everyone will be taken care of. It's not too bad. None of the non-combatants were killed. Only the soldiers who actually served and swore loyalty were killed. All of the children who were turned into beastmen were also spared. None of them were killed. Even the ones who technically were soldiers, they were not touched. They were not harmed. Only the adults were killed.
Well, by protect, it's not necessarily protecting them from the coffins or an invading force. It's the site.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to quickly usher them into buildings or having having pawns put hands over the eyes, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything to help protect them.
This is good. This is good. Okay. And so, Cyril, it doesn't take you that long. Thanks to the trail that the others left in their speedy chase, they were not trying to be stealthy. They were not trying to hide. You can easily follow the marks through the jungle to catch up with them. And you're able to arrive just as they pin him down and basically prevent him from fleeing again.
Gun out.
The assassin smiles and gives a bow to you. I had to hand it to you. Really. I didn't expect you guys would be able to catch me. I gotta be slipping, honestly. Or that, or you guys are actually better than I thought you'd be. One or the other. So, here's my question. What's the plan now? I mean, I see you four here. Are you guys going to try to take on little old me? That seems a little mean. I mean, look at me. It's just one of me.
Hey, Kerr.
Yes?
I'd like to occur a point of power as I load up my weapon.
All right, everyone, let's roll initiative.
Oh no, I'm not I'm not attacking. It's just in response to what he's saying.
Yeah, you can... Cyril, your gun literally fires miniature stars.
Yep.
You
That's a
fire
threatening
mini
action.
suns. If you start charging your gun, that's basically like cocking a shotgun and aiming it at somebody.
Yeah. I am doing that.
That's going to be an initiative. That's going to be the start of initiative. I am going to need everyone to roll initiative here. It will be... I actually know what it is now. Oh, hold up. Murder just says, fine, you want to 1v1? I'll take you. What do you all say to that when Murder says that?
I'm still loading my rifle.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But what do you guys say to Murder wanting to fight him on his own?
I would prefer to be involved on this. However, if you believe you can do so, Murder, then be my guest. As long as this one dies.
Objection. I don't see the need for this level of theatrics. I'd rather just be done with it.
Hey now, theatrics are what make the world to go around and what makes it interesting and fun. I mean, if you're just like boring all day, what's the point of being alive?
Query, may I please kill him?
Murder wants to prove themselves. Go ahead and let them.
He looks over at Murder and kind of gives a little bow. You know what? I like you. Willing to fight me one-on-one when you guys clearly outnumber me. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. And in exchange, I will make the promise. I will not attempt to actually kill you. I might put you in the hospital for a few months, but I won't kill you. As respect for your willingness to fight with such honor. Don't see it much anymore.
You see what Murder said?
Yes. If the party allows the 1v1, Murder will actually let the assassin take the first attack. So you will willingly forego your basically initiative in order to allow him to go first. That is allowable in this system. So, Nevis, Squawko, Cyril, you guys are willing to step back and watch the battle?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. He flicks his wrists out, and from it, two dark blades of metal come out. And he just kind of spins the blades in his hand casually as he's watching Murder, just kind of sizing him up, it seems. And he is going to make a gather power roll. You see his cast mark begin to glow. And you see blood leaking down his forehead from the open circle on his forehead, and around him you can see like the shadows rising. His anima banner is beginning to glow. There's a specialty with that. Boop, boop. Yeah, he's not taking chances. Yeah, he's not taking chances. He's also using that, so he gets to do those. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is this withering?
He is not attacking. He is making a gather power action through another means. And he is also using this charm. Okay. So he banks those for later. Whoa, boy, Murder. You're going to not like him. He is going to gain 9 power on this roll, as he just appears to be studying you, Murder. He's watching the way you move, watching the way you react to every little sound, to every little action that he does. Like, for a few times, he actually like brings up his daggers and looks like he's about to strike, but he never moves forward. It looks like he's just watching you and observing you to study you. And around him, you can see the reality itself almost seems to begin to distort. You recognize this charm as being the one he used before to create the music, to create the Iron Maidens. It basically lets him create tools and items for his performances. So he very much could make things to block you. Whatever he could imagine, he can make real. It's not going to last very long, maybe a minute at most, but he could make a wall to block your attacks, or create lanterns to swing at you, or very, very sharp blades to fall on you. Whatever he kind of wants, based on his imagination. But yes, he is going to pass the turn back to you.
Hey, Kerr,
Yes.
am I still technically in the rotation?
Did you want to join the battle?
No, but I want to keep occurring power.
Sure. I will allow you. You can gain 1 power per turn.
Okay, cool.
So at the end of each round.
Okay.
Alright, so power gathering temper to gain power equal to what he got. Okay. Yep, you can do that, Murder. As your scythe glows. Also, remember, you get to bank 2 stunt dice for this. You will get 9 power as well. Oh god, I am worried about what he's going to do here, because he rolled well with one of his with his first roll he did. All right, so he will gain 1 point of essence back on his turn. And sorry, I'm checking through what I'm going to have him do. Is all right. Murder, I am going to need a roll from you. Give me a moment. I need to get this up real quick. I just saw the thing Toshime posted. Come on. Come on, computer. Load for me, please.
The Death
There
Knight
it is.
even has a scythe.
Okay, so Jaffer, give me a awareness roll, please. You can use whichever one of your attributes you wish for this. As he is going to attempt a Ow! Ow! Oh. Chat, we have Murder asking for a re-roll. He rolled 4 1s. I'm not even going to have to roll stealth roll here.
Point of
That-
willpower? Question mark?
Yeah, I realize I made a mistake in this system. Willpower doesn't actually exist in Exalted Essence. The will box is actually meant for sorcerers. I was looking back 2 days ago and reviewing my stuff to make sure I was up to date with everything new for Exalted Essence that they added in.
Oh, so there's no way to reroll?
Nope. Not unless you have a charm that lets you do it.
Oof. I need to get one of
Rama,
those
you
then.
cannot influence a game that you're in.
Hi there, chat. I'm the Foxbird here. Would you know that 9 out of every 10 rolls tend to be absolutely mediocre garbage, and once in a while they're absolutely devastating?
Joke.
You're witnessing one of those devastations today. We'd like to reach out to you, the audience, to be able to save this man from an absolutely horrible roll that may in fact get him murdered.
I'm playing a
you-
Marten video to try to help slow it down for you, Jaffer.
Can I get someone to start singing In the Arms of the Angel in the background?
In the arms of an angel.
For just a few channel points, you can give this man a reroll and give him a second chance at life.
Captain Hall gives a very sad dog face.
Can you say no to the doggo? That poor doggo.
I mean, I can, but that's because I'm a lifeless machine.
Alright. I'm sorry, Jaffer. Okay, so I actually need to roll this to determine.
How bad?
No, he's not attacking. So this is just for future reference for me. Oh God, Jaffer, I am so sorry. Jaffer, I am so sorry. I am so glad this is in his attack roll. Okay. So, everyone, one moment he's there, the next he starts running towards murder, and he seems to break apart like glass and just shatter and tumble to the ground. And he has vanished from sight.
And the winner is murder.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was easy.
Oh, you can feel his presence there. You realize he's hiding, but you have no idea where he is. And it will be passed back to Murder's turn. You can attempt to make an awareness roll to find him, if you
Ooh.
wish.
Can I actually do something in the little in between as well?
First, it's being passed to Murder. Because the way initiative works in the system is rather than having an initiative roll, once whoever rolls the highest goes, they choose who goes next. So it was the assassin's turn, and he chose Murder to go next. Murder is going to take a defensive stance as he looks for the tricksy assassin. And try to find him. Yeah. Oh. Yes, that's true. That's not a crit fail. And then Murder can pass it to Cyril. Yeah, you're lucky he wasn't trying to hurt you there. He was gathering power and making plans. All right, Cyril, it is your go.
All right, I have life sign detecting scan.
Mm-hmm.
The chemical scans out an area out to medium range looking for a target. She learns the location and distance from her, even if the target is behind cover. If the target is perfectly concealed, gain 2 bonus successes on an opposed roll to detect him.
You may attempt the detection.
All right, what do I roll for that?
This would be an awareness roll. And you have 2 successes to this.
Yep.
Because he is using concealment magic.
I think I got it.
Remember how I was saying I'm so sorry?
He's right there.
So he had 14 successes on his stealth roll.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, you rolled very, very well. But he is a stealth person. Murder. Murder. You try to find him, Cyril. You are watching, you are looking, but every time you try to find him with your life sign detection, like you're seeing a million different life signs just pop up, and you realize he's kind of using his ability to fuck with you.
Error. No entity detected.
Yes. Or then the next moment you detect 10 different entities in 10 different places. And the next they're all gone, and then you see 2. And then there's none. And then there's 3. And then there's 1. Then 6. Then 2. Then 4. It's constantly changing. You can't get a beat on where he actually is.
Alright. Can I get another thing of power?
No.
Alright.
Because you
Next
actually
turn.
took an action that turn. Alright,
Next turn.
so it will go back to the assassin because you cannot choose someone. Assassin Kun. What is Assassin Kun going to do?
Laugh.
Assassin Kun is going to do what Assassin
I will
Kun
be
does
back.
best. He is going to launch a decisive attack against Murder. And because he is attacking from stealth, he has a charm that allows him to make this into an ambush, which means Murder cannot use defense against this charm. Murder, do you have any abilities that allow you to detect an ambush? This is important. Do you have any charms or abilities that allow you to detect an ambush? You cannot use Heavenly Guardian Defense unless it can be used against an attack that you do not know is coming.
Hold on. Are we in step 1?
He hasn't launched the attack yet.
Okay.
He is about to launch the attack. I was asking, though, can you send me the full charm, please? Because this might be different. Page 195. Okay. Give me one moment so I can check that real quick. So I will explain why I need to check this in just a moment once I get the actual page up for the book. If I can find where the hell my book is. It's here somewhere. There it is. Page 195. Okay. So, let me see. Heavenly Guardian Defense. There we are. So, before I read this real quick, let me... Advisor defense against a single
Or
instance...
some other source of harm that she could not normally apply her defense against.
She could not normally...
Joke.
Okay, so it will not work for this charm. So let me explain why. So with this charm, what this allows you to do is block unblockable effects. Any type of... It cannot be used against weapon damage or damage from attacks. It says that specifically in the special. This allows you to parry basically any type of... anything that's not an attack, basically.
Environmental.
Yeah. Normally, before, in 3rd edition, you could use this against an attack. However, ambushes are special. In Exalted, there are 2 types. There's basically the equivalent of sneak attack, and there's an ambush attack. Ambushes are much worse. If you are able to ambush somebody, which means attack someone before they know you are there or that they are in combat, their defense is automatically set to 0, and they cannot use any defensive abilities to protect themselves. Normally, if you are in combat, you could only be sneak attacked, which makes it so you have your defense, but you can attempt to still defend yourself from it because you know you're attacked. So it's not as, it can be rough, but it's not as bad because you can still try to use defensive abilities against it. Ambushes are the nasty ones, though. You cannot use any defensive charms against those types of moves unless you have a charm that allows you to detect it. That's the problem. He's going to get one strike. That's what I'm worried about. Alright. So, he is an assassin. He's very good at what he does. And he is a charm that allows him to treat this as an ambush. So he has his specialty as well, plus his weapon accuracy. And he's using axe. You cannot go above 10 power. You could give that power to other people if you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. He's going to be spending all of his power here when he makes this attack. He gained power when he went into stealth, so he's at a full 10 now.
I don't think this is going as planned.
Yes. Murder, what is your stamina? Oh, sorry, not that. What is your fortitude? Okay. Okay, thank you. So he is going to roll damage now. And I will describe what happens after I roll damage. By the way, how much HP do you have?
Sorry, what?
How much HP does Murder have?
Joke.
And okay, he did make a promise though.
Am I getting the 9 power?
Yes, you will get the 9 power.
Cool.
Okay, so your soak is 9. Okay, so that changes this real quick. So I need to do my math real quick again and re-roll this. He's going to use that since he hits. So he has that.
I should state if I'm getting 9 power, there's a point of power overflow.
So nothing will happen with that. And he has that, which will let him do this.
A question, did we hit step 1?
We are in step 1, yes.
Okay, and this is an ambush?
Yes.
Okay. When something says the character, I assume it's referencing my character, not someone else's, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then this does not apply, unfortunately.
Okay, so he also has those two because he's going to use. No, not there. There. Wrong thing. He can't use that there. And let me count this up real quick. Yeah, he had a lot of dice to roll. He burned up almost all of his essence though to do this. He's only got 2 points left. But Murder, you're looking. You're trying to watch. And you see him come charging at you from the side, almost in your blind spot. You swing around and swing your scythe at him. He brings his dagger up and blocks the strike before his body just seems to shatter apart as you realize this was an ambush, that he just led you right into the strike as you feel one of his blades go up into your back and through your chest. And it missed your heart by maybe half an inch. It doesn't hurt though. Like, there is no pain as this blade goes into you. It just feels cold. Before he draws the blade out of you, and your whole body just feels weak as you just kind of collapse to the ground. Please fill your entire health track with lethal damage, with X's. You will be incapacitated. You are conscious, and you are not bleeding out. I will note that. Both of the wounds that formed, they kind of like scabbed over almost immediately, so you are not in danger of bleeding out. But you will not be able to basically move until you get some medical attention or get someone to help you. Oh, Murder will laugh, still spitting emote to use Unstoppable Lunar Vitality to return to the fight. What does that do? This is the part where I'm going to start regretting my life choices. I'm sorry, what? Oh god. Oh god.
Cost to heal and return to a fight for 1 mote.
How much do you heal? Play.
That's under body mending meditation.
What page?
211.
Give me a moment because I'm about to regret my life choices.
There's a PDF.
Yeah, there's a PDF. I have it open.
I think I forgot the PDF.
Give me a moment while I go, 211 you said?
Yeah. Commit 1 mote. The Exalt automatically heals 1 level of damage each at the start and end of each scene, regardless of her activity or exertion. Once per scene, she can spend 2 motes when incapacitated to heal 1 level of damage, returning to the fight. And then there's the Lunar specialty. Reduce the cost to heal and return to the fight for 1 mote.
Ah! Okay!
Oh, this PDF. I've got it.
Ah! Yes! Yes, you prevent me from one-shotting you. So you have 1 hit point left, Murder, as you feel like your body is numb for a few moments before you just focus your essence and your wounds begin to push back against whatever he did to you. And you're able to kind of push yourself back up to your feet. You will be suffering a -4 wound penalty on every dice roll that you make, but you may now act as he kind of stares at you, Murder, kind of cocks his head a little bit before chuckling and smiling and going, I was positive that would have killed you if I had been trying. But I am surprised. And now Murder will grip his hand, preventing him from getting away, using swift counterattack to attack him during his turn. Okay. So, Murder, you're attacking the assassin during the assassin's turn.
1 mote and 1 power on step 8. This character makes a close combat counterattack targeting one enemy attacked her this round.
You may do so, yes. You may make your counterattack. You may make the attempt. You will suffer a -4 penalty on your attack roll to hit him.
This initial attack is not penalized.
No, he's suffering the wound penalty, not the attack penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, wound penalties are a little bit of a different animal. Because right now, Murder's body is going, ow, 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 what the fuck are you making me do? Ow, ow, why are you making me do this? Ow, please stop, it hurts. Oh, my bad. My bad. My apologies, Murder. You have a -2 penalty then. Because when the final health level was -4. But I'm probably thinking if they're addition, so that's my bad.
0, 0, -1, -1, -2, -2. Incapacitate.
Okay, yep. It slightly changed. My bad. You have only a -2 to your attack roll. You have no other penalties for attacking out of your turn or anything. You have a lot of comp levels. Yes. Go ahead and make your attempt to attack. This will be a close combat roll against him. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4. You have 3 1, so that'll be a -3 on the attack. On the successes there. So you would have 4 total then. 4 plus 1 plus equals 5. Yes. He is not going to have to do that. So, Murder, you grab his arm and you bring your scythe up and swing it. Okay. But as the scythe nears him, he leans back, his body almost bending unnaturally as the scythe misses him by maybe a couple of centimeters. He does not have any power currently, no. And your power will reset to 0. As your swing goes wide and your scythe, it moves so fast and with such power that it just jams into the ground before he's able to pull his hand away and get a couple of feet of distance between you two.
I have returned.
He's at -2 dice for everything until the end of his next turn. Okay. And he is going to suffer a -1 penalty to his defense if he is attacked. Because multiple attacks. Unless he uses the charm, which I don't want to use. Cyril, it is your turn. Oh yeah, sorry, that was during the
That was-
counterattack. Yes, Murder, it is your turn. My bad. That is my fault. 100% my fault. I am sorry. I forgot that was a counterattack. You may go ham.
Overpower of 4.
You do not have enough power in order to make a decisive attack. His armor is too high. You do not have enough to get through his armor. You would need at least 6 power to make a decisive attack. Sorry, 5 power to make a decisive attack against him. You may make a gambit. You may attempt a knockdown gambit. You have to hit him. Knockdown is nasty. Yes, you may make the attempt to try to do so. The ones just love you today, Jaffer.
That was
Let's
an
see.
attempt.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of 9s as well. 6, 5, 4, 3. Once again, you move forward and you switch your scythe and swing it at his legs. And he nimbly bounds to the side. He misses you once again by inches. But this time you were a little bit closer. He was a little slower dodging it. Does that ability stack? No worries. I don't see why it wouldn't, because normally you just can't make multiple attacks in one round. But counterattacks are a thing. So I'm just kind of curious. What page is it on? I will check. $185. Give me a minute, everyone, and I will go look, and we will find out together. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop.
Do his next attack instead.
Flow like blood. Okay, let's see. To his next attack. Okay, Jaffer, this charm applies if you dodge his attack, not if he dodges yours.
When you get hit or dodge.
No, you're good. No worries. No worries. You're learning. This is a complicated game. Yeah, Flow Like Blood is a defensive ability. It lets you build what I like to call a defensive master where if someone tries to hit you, you ruin their frickin' day, rip all their power away that they spent time gathering, and then proceed to just wreck them. No worries, no worries. But yes, he will be able to dodge your attack, and you may pass it on to Cyril.
Theo's going to glance over at Nevis. Furry, may I kill him now?
Not until Murder says otherwise. We will respect the terms of this duel.
He just looks back over, is currently just consistently aiming at this guy. He doesn't do anything, but he maintains his power.
I'm going to look to Cyril and wink.
Oh. So...
I mean, out of character, this assassin did not specify any, safety for him to leave or anything if he won.
Nope, he did not. I need to make a roll because Cyril, you see the image of him, the one that you sliced at, suddenly just vanish.
What kind of roll?
He gets to make an outmaneuver roll, which is basically a gather power roll for stealth.
So what roll am I making?
No, this was against murder. I forgot to roll this, and I should have rolled it before. Because of the charm he has. This is not against you at all, Cyril. It's still your turn. I just had to roll this for previous.
Okay.
He does have some power again, though. So are you just gonna skip your turn, Cyril?
Sorry, what?
Are you just gonna skip your turn?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't waste any power.
No, it doesn't. You feel free to do whatever you wish. You could try to advise murder and give murder power. That is a thing you could do.
Okay, yeah, I can try to do that.
All right, that would be a sagacity roll for that.
All right. My sagacity ain't that bad. What is it though? Shit, there it is. 7.
Murder will gain 4 power.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, that's one of the things I do love about this system is you don't have to just it's not the only way to gain power is attacking. You could also be stealth. You could make traps. You could advise your allies. There's a lot of different things you can do to gain power rather than just hit them really hard.
Observation. He's attempting stealth again. Do not let yourself get snuck up on.
And yes, he is going to attempt a stealth attack again. Because he will gain 1 mode of essence. So this is his turn now. He will burn that because he is fucking pissed. Even though he doesn't show it. And murder, he's coming for your ass. What is your defense?
I plead the fifth.
Also, Kerr, please remember to read off Jaffer's messages for the viewers.
Sorry. I try to read off the ones that are actually in character. That's my apologies.
Well, Kerr or somebody at least that's here read it. I'd rather all of it be read off, you know? Murder will take a much stronger defensive stance, having learned from the first attack. Using his stunt dice to use instant training for bulwark stance.
Okay. What thing is bulwark stance?
It's 195.
195. Thank you. I just want to double check something.
At your choice, either clear any penalties affecting your defense or reset your hardness after concentrated attack.
Where's my peach go? There it is.
And lunar specialty, increase defense by 1.
Okay, it gains more defense. How are you getting 13 defense? Because your defense should be your attribute plus either your athletics or your weaponry divide by 2. Plus any bonuses from charms and such, or specialties. No, you're good. So you're making a, I'm assuming, close combat here to defend. I just want to double check. Everything. Close combat 5. Okay. Seven. Okay, so real quick, it would not be 10, Jaffer. It would be up to 5. Plus How do you have 10 dots in close combat? You should only be able to have 5.
Excellency.
Okay, you're burning an excellency then to defend. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got you. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I was just very confused for a moment. Okay, yep. That lines up then. That lines up. You are using your excellency to defend. Alright, so let me jump back up here because my brain stopped working for a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely wise. So he does hit hard, yes. He is one of my characters, and I geared him to fight. 5, 6, 7. Now the shoe is on the other foot this time, Murder. As he swings his dagger at you, and he blurs. But this time you're ready, and right before the dagger drives into your neck, you're able to get your scythe around to block it. Literally like an inch away from your skin before he kicks off of you and lands. He made a decisive attack against you and failed.
How much power?
He spent 6 there. You will get 3.
Guess what? He's guilty.
Alright, you may make your counterattack. How much essence do you have left, Murder? Because you have to... Because you only gain 1 mode of essence per turn on each of your turns. How much essence do you have left? Because you had to commit 2 for your 2 defensive abilities. 1 left after this attack? Okay. Because each of your excellent sleeves also cost 1, so I just wanted to check. Make your attack. This is correct. Alright, you may make your counterattack against him. Let's see what we got. Oh, God. That was really bad for you. Oh, God, Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Jaffer. How much power are you spending on this attack? Give me a moment real quick. I need to check something real quick. Give me a minute. Sorry. I will compliment you. You're making him use one of his 2 emergency oh shit buttons. He prepared this in the first turn of combat, and you're making him use it.
He already used one to get away from me. Last time.
So I have to give you compliments on this one. Where is it? Where is what I'm looking for here? Really? Alright, give me a second. Hey, Moriarty.
Yep.
What's your defense?
My defense?
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. My defense. Where is my defense? Where's my defense?
Your defense should be on your page. It should be written down on bottom left corner.
I have a
Parry
parry.
Parry
I have
or evasion. Evasion is
my-
dodge, parry is blocking.
I've got evasion of 3, which I probably.
And how would you feel about
Uh,
mating it?
He is not exactly redirecting it. He is using one of his own abilities.
Would this count as an ambush?
No, this does not count as an ambush.
Wait, hold on. Would it be counted as a surprise attack?
No.
Okay. Alright.
Murder, you may roll damage. It will be strength plus your power plus 3.
Joke.
Oh, sorry, strength isn't here anymore. So it'll just be power plus your successes. So 13 dice. You have 13 dice here.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, then you could add your weapon damage as well. Reroll all of those ones for me. He is using his once per scene ability. How many health tracks do you have, Cyril?
Does that include incapacitated or not?
That includes incapacitated.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7.
So, you are lucky because he did make a promise and he does intend to keep it. So, here's what happens here. Murder, you're on him. You are on him hard and fast. He is dodging, he is ducking, he is weaving, he is moving. Basically trying to get away from you, trying to put some distance between you two. And no matter how much you try, you can't seem to pin him down, but you don't give him the chance to give another attack in. Before, for a moment, he seems to stumble. And that's when you realize this is your chance. You can just key in on the essence in the air. You can feel this is the moment to strike. And you bound forward, swing your scythe in reverse, as it seems to gain a sheen right before it strikes, a sheen of smooth black over the blade as you drive it forward, basically coming up from below and jamming it up into his chest. And you feel the blade connect and slide in. Yep, I know. This is part of what he's using right now.
Guilty.
Your blade cuts in before you see his form shatter. And in his place, you see Cyril standing there. Cyril, everything had been moving very quickly, but also the entire battlefield got distorted because of this assassin's charm. When he was dodging and ducking and weaving, like, you could see like reality twisting. Like, for one strike Murder made, a group of lanterns popped up and blocked Murder's sight. On the next attack, what looked like dolls leapt out of the ground and grabbed at the scythe and slowed it down by an inch. The air seemed to twist and turn, and one moment they were standing here, the next they were 3 feet to the left. It seemed to be more focused around the assassin, though. He could go out a few feet, but not farther than 5 or 6, it seemed. But then, that's when it happened again. They vanished. And then suddenly Murder was in front of you, and you felt just a coldness in your chest. And when you looked down, there was a blade in your chest.
Would Murder's weapon do damage to me?
Yes it will, because of what he did. You are not going to get set on fire, though, because of it.
How much damage do I take?
Your health track will be filled to incapacitated, but
Alright.
you will not die. Specifically because he is altering things to make sure you don't die.
And just to confirm, Cyril did not shoot, right?
Cyril did
Cyril's not
no.
shot. Cyril's made no attacks. He has simply charged his weapon and aimed.
Yep.
All right. Nevis is getting involved.
When you drop the scythe, or as seeing his scythe buried in his ally, Murder will drop the weapon and fall to his knees, holding Cyril tightly. When you drop the scythe, Murder, you can see the blade as you kind of pull it out. The blade is covered in a black sheen before that black sheen shatters. Cyril will be stabilized already. You don't need to try. He will be automatically stabilized. As he said, he made that promise he would not kill. And his fight was with you, Murder. And you forced him to use this defense so he did not get hurt. So he considered his oath to be also applied to Cyril as well, which is why he made sure Cyril would not be killed by this. Also, I do want to say real quick for the record, for everyone, this is something you guys would know. Even this badly injured, Cyril would recover in about in a day. He would be fine. As long as he just had some bed rest and relaxation, if he spent a day recovering, he'd be fine and recover perfectly from this wound. As long as it didn't kill him.
As long as somebody has the parts to repair him.
Yeah, Cyril can repair. He's made of moon silver. Moon silver can self repair. Yeah, I'm just saying for the record, like, yes, it's a nasty wound, but Cyril, as long as like someone doesn't stab him in the face, he'll be fine. He'll be able to recover pretty easily.
So what does Nevis need to roll to join battle?
He can just choose to join the battle, and he will go at the end of the initiative. Murder is now literally seeing red, his black feathers showing red and dripping blood as Murder turns to the assassin. That was not a smart move. I mean, I really didn't want to do it. I mean, he did have his gun out, though, and he was aiming at me, so I kind of figured the moment I took you down, he was going to try to shoot me in the back. I made sure he'd be fine. I made sure of that. He'll recover with just a couple of hours, maybe a day at most rest. I'm not out to kill you guys. Yes, you did incapacitate someone. I will rule that. That was you.
I will take this moment to say this is probably a good moment for me to step out, since I did say I had to leave slightly early. I work an opening shift tomorrow, and with Cyril incapacitated, it's probably I probably won't have much more impact on the session, so I'll be stepping out then.
Sorry.
No, you're good. But just it's honestly good because, like I said, I was going to need to leave early anyway. So this is actually great.
Yeah, in Exalted, damage really isn't that big of a deal. You get rid of damage within like a day.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired over here, so I think I'll probably step out as well. Thanks for the session, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Bye.
Yes, Murder, you did incapacitate someone. So if you have any abilities that trigger on that, they will trigger here. Essence is your actual essence level. Modes are what power your abilities. Essence is your degree of power. Modes are what you use to fuel your powers. And he is also down to only one mode of essence as well. Yes, that was. Correct. He would choose you because Nevis hasn't joined the battle yet. Nevis will join after you go.
And Nevis still has power that he's been maintaining.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of power.
Yes. He has enough for one basic dodge charm if he has to use it. But he's only going to be able to use it once. So he's probably going to take a hit. Yes, it will be your go, Murder. You just incapacitated your friend.
Welcome to Exalted Combat.
See, I like to think though. I'm going to get into what you said right here. I just wanted to say this. I like to think though that this battle here, seeing Cyril being incapacitated, seeing Murder just kind of getting the runaround, and Murder himself almost being taken down, this is what's going to lead everyone into spending their experience, all their milestones to raise their abilities and get new charms, because they start training and realizing, yeah, we were strong, but now we are seeing people who are on our level, and we need to get stronger if we're going to face them.
Yeah, epic training montage.
Pretty much. Murder, you may make your attempt to attack. Murder won't hurt. Murder won't hurt bad. Yep. You may do so. Of course. Yeah, actually, he can't use that because he has to use... Yeah, he's not going to be able to use any defensive charms because he's holding back for his last emergency oh shit button.
And he has to stand up.
That will tie, so you will have no extra successes. You will hit, so it will only be your power plus your weapon minus 4. So you will roll your power plus your weapon minus 4 dice. Ow.
That's better.
Ow. Fuck. Yeah, he's gonna have to blow that. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have to blow that. You... Okay, Murder, you dash forward and you swipe. And your blade strikes. He's able to bend, so rather than cutting into his neck and taking his head off, you basically ram it down into his, like, collarbone and just swipe down into the middle of his chest. And he looks down and looks surprised for a moment before smiling at Murder. Oh. Wow. Well played. You win this fight. I concede to you. But I have my job to do. So, we'll meet again when you make it. As he says that, his body shatters into black smoke that pour down into the earth. As you trigger his last charm, which causes him to get hurled into the underworld. Because you incapacitated him.
What the?
Yeah. His last charm, that he was saving his essence for, is if he would be incapacitated, he can basically choose to get hurled into the underworld with his last health bar left, and basically have to figure out how the hell he's going to get out of that.
And his master may be a little bit mad at him.
Yeah, just Just a tad. He's working for a lunar, not a Death Lord, and the Death Lords don't take kindly to that, and he's in their territory now. He's probably going to have a bad time.
Wait,
Because
so go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was about to say, so wait, you took so he was gonna win, right? Like
Murder would have taken him down, yes.
yeah, but like at the very beginning of that, like the assassin was gonna win.
Yes,
Like
he
there
would
was
have
nothing.
If the assassin had been trying, he had enough damage overflow to actually kill Murder with his blow. Even with Murder's charm, he had enough damage to actually kill him with the ambush. But he chose not to do it because of his promise. He was not trying to kill you guys there.
Damn.
I was not planning for you guys to face this character for a while. He was meant to show up, show off that he is a threat, and then basically back off and retreat. He's Mahasuchi's second in command. You guys were meant to fight him at the culmination of the Mahasuchi arc, basically. But you guys decided to do what Exalted do and go after him, and you guys were able to keep up with him despite his best attempts at stealth, which he's actually very good at. And he, despite having 23 dice, you guys were able to keep up with him and find him and corner him, which is a very good accomplishment. This character is made for you guys to be a higher level, so to speak, to face him. You were not meant to fight him now. But yes, Murder defeated him. He was holding back. He was not using most of his offensive charms that he has. But he was using quite a few of his defensive charms. And he was blowing through his essence to try to take Murder out quickly before Murder got the flow of the combat. But a lot of his defensive charms are actually geared for fighting multiple opponents. And fighting one-on-one, it's like those charms are useless right here.
Dang.
Yeah,
Nice job, Murder.
Murder did a very good job fighting him one-on-one. He is geared to... He does not want to be in open fights. His normal way of fighting people is to launch sneak attacks, which will have the defender's defense. And then he can try to turn those into ambushes. And if he turns those into an ambush, he's probably going to kill you. That's why I was asking. It's like, there are charms that allow you to identify and react to an ambush and negate it. Those charms can be somewhat useful sometimes. Because ambushes are one of the deadliest things in this game. Stealth characters are absolutely terrifying. If you build a stealth character right, they can basically one-shot anyone if they get the drop on them, which is why you never want them to get the drop on you. You want to succeed on your awareness checks against them. But he wasn't able to do his normal combat against Murder. He only got to do that in the first round, and then Murder was just on him. He has a charm that allows him in... the main charm he likes using is the one he was using that allows him to basically alter reality, allows him to stunt and do things he normally cannot do. And it gives him bonuses to his stats as well. And he can do some pretty cool things with it. His emergency oh shit button is once per scene. He can use this charm to alter reality in some way. And he used that with a charm that I like to call... He had a special version of Allies Among Enemies. It's a defense charm that allows you to basically redirect an attack from against you to one of your attacker's allies. that is nearby. It's one of my favorite charms. I love it.
The one that almost killed me before.
Yes, it is a very powerful charm, which is why a lot of Exalted learn it. The thing is, the charm is only useful when you are around other people. So you cannot use this charm if you're fighting like a one-on-one battle with no one else around, which is its one downfall. But it can only be used once, and he used that in combination with his reality bending charm in order to basically redirect the attack to Guaco, or not Guaco, to Cyril, and make it so it actually do damage. But it also negated any of Murder's side's special abilities of actually doing damage to someone. So Murder's nasty scythe of you're going to go combust doesn't work, because it's not actually going to be doing the damage. Yeah, that's what he was afraid of, Murder, actually, when he was fighting you. He was terrified of you are all about constant decisive attacks over and over and over and over and over again. That is very much like his worst case scenario. That he does not want that. He wants to take fights slow. He wants to manipulate the battles into his battlefield, fight from stealth, hit you when you don't know where he is, and then try to take you out before you either realize you're in a fight or to take you out and weaken you to the point where you can't fight back. Like, when he stabbed you and thought he took you down, when you got back up, in his head he was basically going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. He basically started singing the fuck opera. Because he realized at that point, you done fucked up, kid.
Look in Ebon Sales Exalted Discord.
I am looking.
The Undertaker just getting back up.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And he just kind of stared and went like, oh, come on. And proceeded to rue his life choices. As he kind of just got stomped into the dirt. Yeah. And he paid for it. He's all about one-shotting. And you just took his one shot and basically went, come at me, bro. And he realized, oh, crap. Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. But yes, no. Congratulations, Murder. For that, I am going to give you guys, I know we're not ending the session yet, but I am going to be giving you guys another major milestone for that, for defeating him. That is my reward to you guys for beating someone who you guys technically weren't supposed to yet. I think that is a fair reward to you guys.
Hey, Murder, thanks for doing that.
How is Nevis and Guaco feeling right now? As Cyril is kind of shut down in order to recover. You can already see the moon silver flowing in order to heal the wounds.
I mean, Nevis is A-okay with this outcome. Zim kind of wanted to have some fun, but...
Oh, I knew he was going to be in trouble. I knew he was going to be in trouble because he was down to his last motive essence. And it was going to be Nevis' turn. And it's like, he can't use any defensive abilities because he needs that last mote in order to perform his oh shit in case someone actually is able to kind of kill him.
And me, it's kind of the opposite. Guaco's still upset that the Lunar and them were killed, but I'm all right with the outcome.
Could I have an awareness roll from everyone, please?
Based on
Whatever you would like.
the hell?
Murder said because his defense would have been down to three for multiple attack.
Yep, it would have.
Need to double check what this one ability does. I picked up a new one,
Nice.
and I know it impacts this. I just gotta remember how.
No worries. No rush.
Why are you rushing me? Gosh.
Rush. One moment. I'm just gonna check the chin here real quick. I'll be back while you look it up.
I know nothing.
No.
Okay, it doubles nines. Okay. And was completely useless.
Alright, give me just one sec. Gotta get my thing up my mic again. It likes falling.
Not as useless as me.
Alright, hey, it's back.
Welcome back.
Alright. Guaco, there is a very suspicious butterfly over there. You believe it could be anathema. Very suspicious, very brightly colored, unnaturally colored.
I'm going to have to guard my teammates.
Murder, Nevis. You guys both notice.
What about Sark?
I'm not there.
Oh, right.
At camp.
You see the air maybe about 3 or 4 feet away from where Guaco is standing, kind of warp a little bit, like distorted by heat haze, before you see it kind of move to the side like someone is drawing a curtain. And you see a figure there. A man, though like no man you have ever seen before. He is about 9 feet tall, give or take. 9 or 10 feet tall. And his lower half looks like a lion. Tawny gold fur. His legs are bent backwards at the knee. And his upper body looks almost like a falcon. But he does have normal-ish hands, even though they end in talons. A pair of wings upon his back, and his head looks like a mix of feline and avian. Ah, is that dreary fellow finally gone? And those ruffians.
And who are you?
Give me one moment. Oh, pardon me. Terribly sorry. As he will bow, his wings folding over him as he does so. I am Gryphion. Yes, not very original, I know. You can simply call me Gry if you wish. I am the leader here at this freehold. Welcome to... He kind of pauses for dramatic effect as he's saying this. Welcome to Alio, our freehold. Each of you may make a sagacity roll here if you wish.
I know it.
That's fine.
It's a -1 to the roll if I don't have any points in sagacity.
Right.
2.
Okay, Nevis, you've heard legends of this. You know a little bit about it. Not major, but like you know like the basics because everyone knows the kind of basics, this kind of basic stuff. What he's talking about, a freehold, basically this is a place that the fair folk live in within creation. That must mean this location is a demesna, which means this is where essence pools up at. And this also could be a tear.
A wild pocket.
Yep. A place where basically the wild has overtaken creation and creation the wild basically bleeds in here. According to him, you don't really have that many details. Apparently, though, this is a place where fair folk can live in creation safely. Guaco, you know that this type of place is basically a tear in reality itself, where the wild leaks in. Like, if creation is a boat on the sea of the wild, this is a hole in the boat. This is where fair folk can live, and they can prey on the surrounding places because they basically have a foothold within creation. They are not bound to the wild like they normally are because they can just safely come back here, no problem. Um, This is going to be a location that probably has quite a few fair folk and probably even more mortals. You do not know which court he belongs to. So, depending on what court this freehold belongs to, is going to determine how these fae act towards mortals. However, despite that, no matter what, they're still going to be fair folk. They're still going to prey on humans. They're still going to feed on their souls. That's what they are. They can't help it.
Yes, and Nevis is anti-wild, so
Mm-hmm. But yes, that is what you know from those roles. If you, Guaco, if you knew more, I could tell you more, but you just lack the information at the moment. I can give you more, though, once you ask the correct questions.
yes, but right now I have to protect from the wild butterfly.
There's the wild butterfly. It is very dangerous.
What does Nevis want to ask?
Yes, because this is clearly a fair folk.
And what business do you have here?
We reside here. This is our home currently. We are trapped.
And how do I send you back?
We cannot make the journey. It's too far. That is why we are here. This location is safe for us. So we have made it our home. For the time being. But we cannot return to the wild. We have been cut off from it due to the distance. We would not be able to make the journey before we died.
I have seen fair folk pop in and out of all sorts of different places.
That is not a gift any of us possess. We are not nobility.
They are not as strong as Domino.
We are not among any of the lords and nobility. We are the commoners. Our lord was killed during the crusade. And we fled to here when the great eye opened and fired. Guaco, you would recognize that. They're talking about with the Imperial
Creation.
Lance. Yep.
Mhm.
The Imperial Lance, the super weapon of creation, basically the equivalent of a Death Star, opened fire during the invasion of the Fairfolk and nuked their leader and then started nuking their armies. And it drove them back and single-handedly saved creation from being unmade.
And that's when the Empress was the one to step up to
Mm-hmm.
control.
That is when the Empress stepped up and became the Empress.
That was also the time of the Great Contagion.
Yes. That was the end of the Great Contagion. Yes, we... what page is that on, Murder? And I'll check. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Let me double check to make sure. Come on, book, open for me.
The question is, do you want new nobility over you?
It was a similar version of that charm, but it is not exactly a shield of destiny. It is a similar type of charm, though. What were you saying, Toshime? Sorry, you cut out for me.
Now the question is, do you want another noble over you?
We would prefer we have started enjoying our freedom. There are so many mortals here. We were terribly sorry when those crass rabbits began showing up. We took as many as we could into our protection, and we have kept them safe within our domain. Guaco, you can guess then these are probably...
Sealy?
Yes, they would belong to what is called the Lapis Court. They basically personify the virtue of compassion. For them, they will feed on mortals through love, care, and compassion, slowly draining their souls by basically caring for them and loving them as much as they're capable of it.
And I will tell Nevis, this is a court of compassion. They will feed off of people's good emotions.
But you also know that they aren't capable of true compassion. They don't understand that. They're copying mortals. But the mortals who they care for, they're not going to suffer. They're not going to be in pain. They are going to be happy as their souls are basically devoured. But they're still soul-eating monsters. It's what they are. They can't help it. But all things considered, this is probably the nicest court when it comes to the fair folk. They're basically going to eat you and make you enjoy every second of it. Oh, wait, actually, Zim, they're white court vampires.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, they're white court vampires, basically.
So you have been feeding on these people.
Their dreams are ever so beautiful. The things that they imagine and come up with are simply breathtaking. How could we not wish to enjoy their dreams with them, as we cared and took care of them? Everyone can clearly tell here that he's not lying or anything. Like, he's speaking truth. Like, this is what he actually means. Like, he doesn't see anything wrong with this. He truly thinks that he is caring for these mortals and loving them, and this is just normal for what they would want.
Well, it's good he's not lying. Because then he would have penalties.
Yes. No, he's telling the truth. Like, he doesn't understand that this could be wrong.
So, you are going to return these people then, now that they are no longer in danger, correct?
Well, of course. If they wish to leave, they are more than welcome to. We would not wish to hold them against their will.
You will return them.
But they are happy. They have no need for food, drink, shelter. they are safe here.
They are under influence to think they are happy. That does not equate true happiness.
You can kind of see that you lost him there.
What you are doing kills these people.
Oh, we would never kill them. They are quite useful for selling off when the guild comes around and brings us new friends to make.
What guild?
E-Guild.
You would know
Merchants.
this. You would know this, Nevis. The guild is basically the largest trading group in creation. They are an entirely mortal organization. They do not have any exalted in their number. And they trade in everything, legal and illegal. If there is something you need, the guild sells it. One of the things that they do is they sell people to the Rakshasa, the Fae, and then the Fae eat their souls, and then the Fae trade these soul-eaten people back to the guild to sell as slaves. Because once your soul is eaten, you're basically a little better than an automaton, doing whatever you're told to do. So they make perfect slaves for the guild, and the Fae get new people to take care of or to feed on, and then they just, once they're worn out and done with them, they trade them back. It's one of the guild's most lucrative trading groups.
The guild is going to get dismantled.
Yeah,
With
they
great
are
prejudice.
The guild is literally throughout all of creation. No one knows who the leaders of the guild currently are because no one sees them. They always act through intermediaries.
The guild is going to be dismantled.
Is that a new virtue?
Nevis
no.
is very thoroughly against this idea.
Yeah, the guild sells drugs to children in order to get them addicted, and then basically raises them as concubines, or sells them as slaves or servants. Like children who are like 3 or 4 years old, they get them hooked on really hard drugs to make sure that they stay loyal and obedient. They're nasty, nasty SOBs for the most part.
And anybody who disagrees with them finds their way to a Fairfolk camp.
Yep.
I'd like to see some mere mortals try and get Nevis to a Fairfolk camp.
They are the only people who hold the beasts of resplendent liquid. These are special beasts who were created in the first age as immortal creatures. There's only, I think, 3 or 4 of them left, but they are able to make any type of liquid within their body. So, as the joke among Exalted players go, they eat hay and grass, and they piss heroin.
Lovely.
Because that's what the guild uses them for. They make drugs with them. And they are basically the sole suppliers of these drugs due to the fact that they are the only ones who possess these beasts. And these beasts can do it far cheaper and easier than anything else.
Welcome to Pentex in Exalted.
Yeah, a lot of Exalted don't like the guild. They really don't like the guild. But the guild has such resources and money that they basically can do whatever the fuck they want. And even, like, countries can't really gainsay them.
But they haven't encountered Nevis before.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know about wild hunts.
Yes.
You know who can fund a couple wild hunts?
The guild would start doing that if someone started getting in their way.
Yes, but the wild hunts would have to even be a thing anymore if for that to happen.
This is true. This is true. But
It's a
no, I'm
long-term
totally.
goal.
Oh yes, I'm totally fine with you going to war with the guild. That's
Mhm.
gonna be fucking great for later. But yes, what are you going to do about this fair folk?
I want those people returned now.
Would you perhaps wish to trade for them
No.
if they do not wish to live? What do you have to offer us in exchange?
Your lives.
He seems to pause for a moment before he looks over at Murder. And you can see the wheels ticking in his head.
This land and its people is under the protection of Nevis, King of Conquerors, and I will not allow this to continue. The people
Well then.
may come to an arrangement, potentially, but this will not continue.
Then, in order to allow this, you would need to speak to our leader. Only they may give permission for this to happen. Is that acceptable?
I believe I can give permission for them to be returned.
You
We
must
have to
speak.
speak to the leader.
Only they can give the blessing to allow them to leave.
I thought that they were free to leave of their own free will.
They are.
So
They
you have
simply do
lied
not-
to me.
No, they simply do not wish to leave. If we are to force them to leave, we must have permission.
Bring this leader before me, then.
He waves a hand to the open little rift.
Nevis is just going to go lean against one of the trees.
Our leader does not leave our sanctum.
Because creation would tear them apart.
Yeah, it's dangerous. For this, the stronger they are, the more dangerous creation can be to them.
It would be better if we went in.
Better for them, yes. But right
No, we
now,
have
if
to-
I go in there, it is to slaughter every one of these fair folk. And then bring
worry,
those
we
people
haven't-
out.
We have an ace up our sleeve.
I give you my oath of safe passage. So long as you come in peace, no harm will befall you or yours. In the name of my lord. all of you would know Fairfolk oath is binding. He cannot break that. If he's giving you an oath of safe passage, you will be safe while you are negotiating, unless you guys try to do something.
Nevis will go in.
So we'll Guaco.
But you guys gather your allies. I will say, before you go in, he will nod to your ally who's currently on the ground. It appears not all of you are well. Perhaps we can set this meeting for tomorrow. I give you my oath that the mortals within our care will be safe and will not be harmed or fed upon.
Very well. And Nevis will go over to help bring Cyril back. And he is definitely going to be bringing Ferris along.
Mm-hmm.
These kinds of negotiations, Ferris is Nevis's go-to for those.
Murder is in no mood for games. Nevis calls for it. Murder is ready to go. Round 2.
Oh, Nevis is...
Sark, it's only been like 3 or 4 minutes since they vanished into the forest before they come out. Murder looks like he got stabbed through the chest and is on his last leg. And it looks like Cyril is down and being basically helped by Nevis.
Murder's already half healed.
Yeah, Murder's recovering pretty quickly. Hey, who?
Joke.
Welcome, who?
Alright, so we are going back, getting wounds patched up, getting things taken care of.
Yes,
Getting
you are
this-
greeted. You are greeted very, very warmly by everybody. You are basically getting cheers and such, and immediate care for Cyril and for Murder as well.
Very good, very good.
And while you are doing that as well, Criberius returns.
What did we send Criberius for?
To get your
Joke.
army.
Right.
И чё, вот ты, и вот, и чего?
And then we
The
attacked
boat
early.
full of goods.
Нельзя туда такого. Вот нельзя.
Yes, with a boat full of goods.
И чё, вот ты, и вот, и чего? Нельзя
Yes,
туда
a boat full of gifts for the
нельзя.
fair folk.
No.
И чё, вот ты, и вот, и чего?
My lord, my lord, my lord, I'm back.
Нельзя туда такого.
Ah, Criberius, it is
Nilza.
great to see you.
Your army marches, my lord. They will be here by tomorrow.
I just realized I was muted this whole time. Sark's gonna walk out and say, "So, did you guys win?"
Let's go with that before Criberius gets here.
The coward fled into the underworld.
It was a good fight. You should have saw it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that-
think you guys were gonna catch him, but nice job.
Yeah, that entire fight was about 45 seconds.
Murder took him on one.
Oh, what happened to Guaco or Cyril?
Cyril. He got murdered.
An attack got redirected into him.
Yikes! That'll do it. Well, As long as you guys aren't dead.
I am growing quite annoyed by these constant foes that, instead of fighting us directly, put our own allies in the way. I shall have to find a way to counter this.
Murder will growl at the mention of the redirect.
I mean, you have to respect it. They're willing to do what they need to do to survive, so.
Oh, I will absolutely not respect it.
That being said, you could still easily just kill them.
The big question is, Nevis, how will you change the hearts and minds of the people trapped inside the wild pocket?
Sorry, did you say trapped inside wild pocket?
Yes. A pocket of the wild.
It seems some of the fair folk have protected their livestock when these brigands came to this island.
Ah,
As a cat appears and begins meowing.
Stab the cat.
No!
Squish the cat.
No, the cat is cute.
All you have to do is squish that cat.
Then squish that Marten.
No, that's not the meme.
Horrible thing happens to Marticus.
Well, it seems I am single now, so...
I'm joking. Yes. Continue.
Yeah, we're squishing the cat.
Okay.
so we're gonna go kill a bunch of fair folk now?
Most likely.
They're giving us a day to prepare to meet their leader.
Would Sark know anything about fair folk in his line of work?
Make an occult roll.
Occult plus whatever ability you want.
And Murder was asking, how do you increase essence?
Essence increases when I say it does, basically. Once you get to a certain amount of experience.
I don't see where a cult is.
Sorry, sagacity.
Oh.
My apologies.
A single success.
When it comes to fair folk, they're pretty common knowledge throughout creation. They are supernatural predators from the wild, the land outside of creation, which is basically pure chaos and insanity. They are the beings that call that place home. They are shapeshifters. They can look and be anything. And they are fascinated by creation. And they will take on forms like things in creation and then hunt people because people have souls. people have the ability to dream and create things, and Fairfolk can't do that. They can only copy, mimic, or change what already exists. And they feed on humanity's creativity, on their souls, basically, and devour their souls. Their
So
uniqueness.
they're soul vampires. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. Different Fairfolk have different ways of feeding.
So Sark's just gonna be like, so we're gonna hunt soul vampires. Got it. All right.
And we have their word, which they cannot break, that as long as we do not harm them for the meeting, that we have safe passage.
Yeah, basically, as long as you abide by sacred hospitality, you're safe. They will not harm you, and they will not attempt to do anything that could be considered harm, both physical or mental.
And we
go ahead.
have a Fairfolk up our sleeve.
This is true. And as you guys are discussing this is when Criburius comes back. Your army will be here tomorrow, my lord.
Excellent and very fine work, Criburius.
He is going to smile. I did my best. I'm sorry they weren't going to be here faster, but loading that ship took time to make sure we could get to run and everything.
No, this is fine. We do have a meeting with some Fairfolk here tomorrow, though. So your presence would be appreciated.
He will bow a little bit. Of course, my lord. I would be happy to help you in whatever way I can.
What
I will
happened to
perform
the
this-
one that was stealing Nevis's identity?
He's currently back with the other soldiers at the moment.
God.
So at this point, Nevis is just collecting gods.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3 of them already that he can call on. Oh,
As
boy.
Criburius performs the sacred crab dance.
Crab dance?
The crab dance. The sacred crab dance. But yes, you guys now have a plan. Sark, you've been caught up to speed on things.
Jafaroshak is dancing with the crabs.
Yes, the sacred crab dance.
I can't find on Blurb the Become as Gods.
Become as gods. Become as gods. But yes, now
Why
that we have
become
everyone...
as inferior beings?
Now that everyone is up to speed and such, is there anything any of you want to do with today? To prepare yourselves or anything?
Nothing comes to mind for me.
Nothing for me.
Training in self-reflection for murder.
I can say the stupid thing. The essence of Gaia sticks to stick into the ground around that wild point. You know that legendary item I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly which item you're thinking of. I know exactly which item you're thinking of. All right. Well then, in that case, everyone, I think this is a good stopping point so we can have everyone be here for our next session. And as I said before, each of you will get a major milestone, a minor milestone, and a exalted milestone to your sheets.
Also a personal.
Yes, and a personal as well. And each of you may raise your essence by 1 to 2.
Hooray!
So you should have 7 minor, 7 personal, 7 exalted, and 2 major.
If you haven't spent any.
Wait, what was that?
7 minor, 7 personal, 7 exalted, and 2 major.
I have spent. Yeah.
And
now,
this. Oh, go ahead.
Now that you're on Essence 2, you should have 7 motes to play with.
Yes.
Oh,
you have
yes,
more
I am
motes.
really happy for those.
Also, this will be a little bit of a training. You guys will have. I will consider this a training little montage that you guys can do today to prepare. This is where you guys can learn your charms, increase your attributes and abilities. And feel free to spend all of your experience here if you wish to raise your stats and abilities.
And real quick, how many exalted are we supposed to have?
7 if you haven't spent any.
Okay, so 7, 7, 7, 7.
No, 7 minor, personal, and exalted, and only 2 major.
Mm-hmm. Major are very hard to get. Usually they are only handed out at the end of like a chapter or a plot.
So only 2 major. Got it.
Yep. But major can get you the biggest things.
And then the rest are just 7. Okay, sweet. I've got some spending to do.
Yes. And I believe it should be pinned in the Exalted chat what you can spend your essence or what you can spend your things on. Did we have that, Toshime?
That was never
Or
pinned,
no.
but I will go ahead and post it because I was looking it up myself.
Yes, please. Just so people can know. You dancing bun buns.
And I feel sorry for the other players who had to leave early.
Don't worry, we'll be able to help them out. Celestial audits. Laughing at the censor is usually a bad idea.
Why do you feel bad for them?
Never did anything today.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt really bad.
I mean, I was able to just sit back and enjoy the fight. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like when you have actual exalted on exalted combat, that fight can go for a while. Like that fight went for almost 2.5 hours. That's why I warned you guys. Last week it's like, yeah, we're ending about an hour early, but we're not going to have time to finish this fight. And I don't want to start this fight and have to stop it.
Best part of that fight was when was when Murder was down, and then he immediately said, I get back up. Excuse me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What? 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 What?
What are these modes?
Okay, on some of the charms that you have, certain charms have extra things that you can learn to do. Usually those are going to be the higher level charms, but not always. Let me see if I can find an example. Let me look real quick.
Like Hardship Surviving Spirit has the Lunar Beast Hide adaptation.
Under the solar charms, there is the Unfettered Sun Invasion. Commit 2 motes. For the rest of the scene, the solar cannot be targeted by the ensnare, pull, or knockdown gamuts, and moving through difficult terrain is reflexive. And it has what's called the Blurred in Light technique. At Essence 4, a repurchase of this charm allows the solar to name 1 additional gambit they cannot be targeted by. And additionally, any Essence 1 enemies suffer a -3 success penalty on all withering attacks against them. That would be what you can use that for. A repurchase. There's another charm that you may purchase this charm a number of times equal to your essence. And you can use the repurchase in order to get that. You can use the smallest one to get those. Solars, for example, have a lot of those abilities.
Well, I am
That
going
you
to have
can
to look
revive.
into it. But for now, thank you everybody for joining us for Ebon Sales Exalted. I will be back in a few minutes. I assume, Jaffer, you are still up for gunfire tonight? But either way, I'll be back with something tonight. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more there on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by picking up some packs through stream loots, or by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Duke.
Bye.
Bye.